together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me short. Look at me short. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, I got a bunch. All alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppels Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Yes, we are here on the Captain on 93.7 The Ticket. Thanks for joining us. It is Window World Wednesday, and that means Todd Euler is in the building. We'll get a Euler report here in just a bit. But we also got Terrell Farley will be here in a little bit. We'll wait on him. And Vershawn Jackson is going to make his appearance here now through the Aloe Fiber VIP line. A little bit busy today with his other job, but able to spare some time with us today. Vershawn, how's it going this morning?
It is going very, very well, Bach. Now listen to me. I'm driving to Kansas, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is unbelievable. The snow, the ice. It seems like I'm in Nebraska. I don't understand what's going on here. It's like 2 degrees.
Yeah. Well, make sure to, buckle up and be careful, be cautious. It's better to get there in one piece than to get there quicker.
Yeah, big time. I got a question because I got to get in hard and hit it heavy. Todd Euler, you have a little Princess Euler that's wrestling. Can you please let us know what is going on with this young lady?
Yeah, so my daughter is a senior at Battle Creek High School, and she decided to take up wrestling her sophomore year and, had no previous, honestly, sports behind her. And so, of course, the Euler competitive gene came out in her, and she's gotten better each year, and I think she's ranked 5th or 6th, 4th, somewhere in there in the state. They did break girls wrestling into A and B, so she's in Class B this year, not going against all the Class A girls, which is good to see. Smaller schools and some of these other girls having an opportunity to go to state. Yeah, so if you go to my Facebook page, I posted a video of her last week in a tournament. She does a move that I've never seen. I wrestled my whole life, and I've never seen a move like it. It was pretty sweet. It's got like 50,000 views or something. It's pretty cool. So pretty short. Go to my Facebook page and check it out. She's like on the bottom, and she kind of sits out and does a cartwheel reversal to a pin. And the girl that she beat was 10-1, was ranked ahead of her and pinned her in the second period. Wow. So she was winning.
So what's her record?
I think she is 16-4, and her 4 losses are to girls that are either ranked ahead of her in Class B, or ranked Class A girls. So, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Euler. Since you're a big time wrestler back in your day, have you been teaching her moves or what?
Nope. I'll tell you what. No, man. I'll tell you.
Should.
Battle Creek Wrestling. I don't know. I know we're in Lincoln, and Battle Creek Wrestling. Cody Wentz, Stussy, all these guys. They have just an amazing program up. They won state last year in the boys team. They were state dual runner up. They've just got a great program. I just stay out of it. Honestly, it's just fun.
Euler, are you kidding me right now?
It's fun. Well, do you have a daughter?
Come on, Todd.
Do you have a daughter? You have a daughter,
right?
Of
course I got a daughter.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a daughter.
You ever try to coach a daughter? It's hard.
Yes.
They like
It's
get
easy. The
attitude and
daughters
cry.
are easy. The sons are hard.
No, my son was easy to coach. My daughter,
Not mine.
I say something to my daughter and she's gone and she doesn't talk to me for 2 days. Like, so I let the coaches
She's
coach.
the youngest. That's why. She's the youngest.
She is the youngest. And
That's why.
I'll tell you what, I cannot say enough about girls wrestling in Nebraska, and this is probably something I'll talk about Saturday on my show as well. My daughter, and she's going to kill me for this, but when she went out her sophomore year, she weighed 185 pounds. She was not active. She's a great artist. In fact, my oldest daughter's house has all of her art in it. Great artist. She was 185 pounds. She cut to 170 because that was the weight class, or she would have had to wrestle 190. She cut down 15 pounds. And then her second year, she's like, Dad, what should I wrestle? I go, I think you can get to 145. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And she got to 145. She's in phenomenal shape. She took senior pictures. She looks like a model. I'm like, this is awesome. And just her confidence, the way she carries herself, all that stuff she's learned from wrestling, right? And, being a part of a team, we got some really good girls on that Battle Creek team that have just been really great teammates, and being part of something bigger than yourself, right? She had none of that great. Let's play volleyball. Nope. Let's play bat. Nope. She wanted nothing to do with sports. It's crazy that she's my kid, because I couldn't stop. Like, I would play every sport. I would have played hockey if I could have, so it's awesome to see. And then, so like last Friday, we were in Winnebago, 385 girls wrestling. We go to Columbus on Thursday. There'll be 550 girls wrestling in Columbus on Thursday. Wow. And when you go to these things as a dad, as a coach, as a sports guy, and you look at all these girls, none of them were playing basketball.
Right.
No, because they're all pretty short. I mean, none of them were on basketball teams, and there's just not enough room on the basketball teams to have all these girls. So it's been an amazing thing for the state of Nebraska, all the girls that have got to participate. And, kudos to all the girls that just go out and try it, because a lot of them, it's not fun to get pinned. And that was my daughter. Right. My daughter, the first year she did not have, she won maybe 6 matches and lost like 25. Right. But she learned, and she got beat up and knocked down, and she got back up, and I gotta do this better. I got to do this better. It's been a phenomenal transformation, and it might have saved her life. Like, we were potentially looking at, depression medication. I guess with not even, oh boy, not even anywhere in the picture now. Like, she gets up, she trains in the morning, and the fun part for me was I was her trainer. I didn't have to coach her in the wrestling, but like, I helped her go from 185 to 170, from 170 to 145. We worked so hard for it, and just to see the smile on her face when she, hit 145 for the first time last year. She wins the wrestle off on Thursday night for 145 last year, and in Friday on practice, spiral fractures her finger and has to have surgery. So she was out 6 weeks. So she didn't get wrestle. So she didn't even wrestle that much last year. She ended up being like 14-14 last year. Right. And now she's like 16-4 this year.
Wow.
Just fun. As a parent, as somebody that loves sports, to watch the development of girls wrestling in Nebraska. I'm telling you, I've watched a lot of wrestling in my time. You can go watch some matches, and these girls they can get vicious. It is.
What's her name? What's her name? Euler?
Carrington Euler. Yep.
Okay. So, now my next question to you, Euler, is what was your record when you wrestled?
My senior year, I was 36-6.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to need you to give her something. Come on. You mean to tell me she's been wrestling for 2.5, 3 years, and you haven't even not one time tried to grab her? Okay, so I taught her the over-under, because that's what I went to. And every time she's tried to use it, she got in trouble. So she's just not quite as strong as the old man was on the mat, right? Like, I would over-under people and throw them literally across the mat and pin them and call it good.
I remember one tournament, 3 matches. I got first place. I spent 50 seconds on the mat total for 3 matches. Like, I just pinned people and got out of there. She can wrestle all 3 periods. She's stronger at the end and then at the beginning, and that's kind of one of her things. Like, she lost to the 3rd-ranked girl Friday and took her all 3 periods, and in the 3rd period just about had her, reversed and pinned, and she just outlasts everybody. So it's kind of fun. I was on the mat for as little time as possible. Like, I was 36-6 with 33 pins.
You was out there Husker power in it. That's
I was just like,
that's what I'm telling you. You need to give her Husker power. Just go run through them sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing. You said, you know what? I'm just about to run through you.
Yeah. You should see her double leg. She's got a double leg that she definitely tackles like Terrell Farley when she does the double leg. She gets after it. And I mean, she calls it her power double.
You mean the old Terrell Farley, right?
Yeah. Not this. Yeah. The old one.
Oh, okay. Not this version.
But yeah.
Right. So I know we got to get ready. We're up against the break, but before we do, I want to throw a teaser out there because you got a son that's at the University of Nebraska. I think 134 players. We got to get to 105. He came in as a walk-on.
Mm-hmm.
From his perspective right now, it looks, I don't want to say it looks bleak, but there's a lot of things that he has to do over this winter conditioning and then going into spring ball in order to be a Husker going into the fall.
Yeah, I mean, his back's up against the wall, right? So, we can dive deeper into that after the break, and it's interesting, right? It's like, we've never seen anything like this. I was a walk-on, you were a scholarship guy. I never felt any pressure to have to perform. I was, I knew that if I didn't, it could kick me off, right? Like, if I wasn't showing up for practice or I wasn't doing that, like, I never missed a practice and none of that. But, I knew I could get kicked off. But now they're back, there's a deadline. We can have 105 guys. And if you're not one of the guys, sorry, too bad.
What? So when is the deadline? Do you know when that deadline is?
From what I understand, they can actually go through fall ball. But then obviously if you go to fall ball, you can't transfer anywhere. You know what I mean? So he's got winter conditioning, he's got spring, he's got all summer, and potentially fall ball, and still being cut after fall ball.
And is a career over, or do you find another home?
Don't
answer that. Don't answer that. Go ahead, Bob. Get us out of here.
All right, you're listening to the Captain here on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Window World Wednesday, so Todd Euler has graced us with his presence. Prashant is on the Aloe Fiber VIP line, and Trell is on his way. So, a lot to break down and look forward to here on the Captain. Coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 24. Tonight, we'll see increasing cloud cover, the low around 14. And tomorrow, we'll see a slight chance of snow showers in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy. High near 38. I'm meteorologist Kyle Hucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Prashant Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Outside is where winter adventure unfolds. On frozen lakes, icy landscapes, and snow-covered slopes, feeling the cold air rush by as you race downhill. The freedom of gliding with ease and the warmth of being together. From epic sled rides to the fun of ice fishing, it's all right here beneath Nebraska skies. Start your winter adventure at yournebraskaparks.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Associations and this station.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new Hack Squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show. 93.7 The Ticket. The fastest 2 hours in radio is on a move. I'm the black shirt. We got Euler, Bach, and the Captain. What's up, Cap?
What's up, brother? Good
What's
to hear your
going
voice,
on?
my friend.
Good to be back, man. Never stop at Quick Trip at 3:00 in the morning to eat a hot dog and have slaw on it and banana peppers and not just one but two. So
Hey, why don't you tell the truth that you was eating pickled pig feet?
no, well, I had a pickled hot dog pig feet. So
Yeah. Okay, so listen, we was talking about Euler, a black shirt. We was talking about the youngest Euler. That's a Husker. Euler was kind of telling us what that opportunity looked like, what that deadline looked like. Euler, what are you telling your son when in all actuality, and I'm being honest because I love you, Euler, and I know you love me, and I know I can be honest with you. In all actuality, it looks bleak. It's like a 2% chance. You know what they say in poker.
Yeah.
A chip in a chance. Here you go.
Yeah, he's got a chip in a chair right now, and that's it. Yeah.
Right.
So
talk to me about that. What is that like? What are those conversations like? What are you saying to your son?
So, well, first of all, they called everybody in and had a conversation and kind of let them know how things were looking. And so his conversation with both Coach Brown and EJ, they both said that, literally the same thing. Like, hey, we're probably only going to take one fullback. There's 3 of you, right now. Liebentrip is not coming back. He's injured and he's not coming back. So, and the only way we do take a fullback is if that fullback can do all the special teams. You're going to have to really prove yourself in spring on that. And so, there's a competition, and that's good. I mean, instead of just being on the team, you got to rise up and do the things, day in and day out, they're going to make you better. And so we've had several conversations on it. Just how he has to be more focused now. He can't take anything for granted. It's not just, he's got to earn this spot. And like you said, there's a 2% chance. And if he doesn't, if after spring ball, they say, hey, because they'll have another conversation with him after spring. And they'll be either like, hey, this looks good, or, you need to go explore other opportunities. And so, we've already talked about that. Like, not that he's like, what do I do if I can't play at Nebraska? And I'm like, well, what do you want to do? He's like, he's going to go throw the shot put somewhere, I don't think he's ever wanted to play football we went on other recruiting trips and stuff like that, and it was fun to see other programs and that kind of stuff. But deep down, he'll never play football for anybody but the Huskers. And so I think if that door closes, he's got several shot put offers throughout the country. I mean, he literally turned down, UCLA, Notre Dame, Duke, K-State, Utah State offered him a full ride to come out there and throw the shot put because they had one. They're like, we'll take you. We'll develop you over the next, 5 years. So
okay, so Euler, hold on a second. Let me butt in real quick because I got $1 million idea that I need 10% on if I give it to you and it works.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. You call Matt Verzal and you get young Euler with Matt Verzal and you have him long snap.
Yeah. We've talked about long snapping.
That's the way.
Yeah.
Because he can run down and be devastating on punts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'd be devastating on those type of deals. So I don't know. I think you need to look into that.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, former special teams coach Ed Foley had him long snapping a little bit. In the summer.
Hey, don't say that. Don't ever say that again.
What?
It might nullify what he's doing with what I'm saying now.
Yeah, but he had him long snapping, and then fall came, and there was never went past that. So So yeah, exactly. We probably.
But what I'm saying is, when you are a long snapper, one of the things is how fast you can get that ball back in the zip.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you right now, you know, as strong as he is, as flexible as he is, if you get with Matt Verzal, that kid will be, you know, I don't remember the kid's name that played with at Kansas City Chiefs. I think his last name was Gannon or something like that. But let me tell you something. He played 16 years in the National Football League, and all he did was long snap.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's $1 million idea right there.
Right, I'm telling you. So I think that'll make him more valuable, especially if there's no backup long snapper. Like, you're not going to be able to have a backup long snapper.
Right. So and that's really what they told him. Like, if we're taking one fullback, he needs to be able to do multiple things in other, you know, especially in special teams. Right. So yeah. Obviously, the offense is not going to run with the fullback a whole lot if we're only taking potentially one, you know. And they're like, we're not sure. It's not even a for sure that we're taking. It's not like they got a hard cut on one fullback, right? They may not. So
we need one though. I think we need one hard nosed guy that'll bloody up your nose, that'll run up there and hit a linebacker in the mouth from the middle line. I mean, you got to have that guy sometimes. Same guy runs down on kickoff and blows up the wedge. Same guy is on punt team, making all the plays on punt team. You know, I mean, there's so many ways that he can backdoor his way into this thing. He's just got to work at it.
Well, and I think also, I mean, he's tall. He's not like me or, you know, the Makovic boys where, I mean, he could potentially play tight end as well. He's tall enough, you know, fast enough, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, so he's got a lot of.
He's not 5'9"?
He's not 5'9". He's a good 6'1".
How tall is he?
He's a little over 6'1".
Okay.
So, yeah. He's not 5'9". I'm 5'10" with my shoes on. Come on.
All right. That's what they all say. I bet you in the media guide they had you at 5'11".
No, 5'10".
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's always 5'10".
Oh, they gave you an inch and a half.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, absolutely. They measured me with my shoes on.
All right, Black Shirt, it's your world, man. I'm just living in it, buddy.
Oh, you could have went on to the end of the subject. We could have just started it over when you got back. But
well,
you know,
when the Hall of Famer walks in, you yield to the Hall of Famer now. I'm learning that.
Here we go with that. Nice one on that one, Captain.
Right, Bob? Don't you supposed to yield to the Hall of Famer?
Yeah, either that or mix it up with him a little bit, like you do from time to time. But yeah, one or the other. I can't remember.
I don't know. I mean, I missed a lot yesterday. I guess. I guess I'm trying to catch up with speed like Todd. What are some of the things y'all went over yesterday, Bach, that me and Todd didn't really?
Two tackles were in town yesterday. As people know, Nebraska needs to address the offensive line, or would benefit them. They've done a lot of different things in the transfer portal. We haven't heard anything as far as commits, but I mean, I think that was kind of the lead story, probably if you're tracking Husker football.
Yeah, Elijah Pritchett
from your hometown,
from my hometown, Columbus, Georgia. Yeah. Big guy, 6'7", 3. Got a couple of phone calls from Columbus about him yesterday. So I talked to his ex-coach and one of the guys who took him around the camp. I mean, it looks like he's trending towards Nebraska. Don't know how that goes well because we done had a lot of trendings headed our way. But, you know, I hope he can, you know, they'll come here and help get this offensive line straight. It might look a little different from last year's offensive line, but especially if we can get 2 tackles in, and especially in 1 week. So we'll have to see how that goes and everything else.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Here's
a question, too. Here's the question real quick. Is why are we signing all these studs at every other position but offensive line?
It look like we trying to trend to it now. I mean, teams are still losing. I mean, you still got 4 teams out there. You still got guys who still can put their name in the portal, which I don't know how, if they said the date was the 28th, but they're still doing it. But I'm just amazed at how these kids are just up for the money.
Wouldn't you be?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I thought maybe you'd be up for just the game of it.
Yeah, especially as an old tackle. I think I played the.
Here's what we talked about, though. Here's what I want you guys to make sure you speak on again. What's the difference between NIL and collection and the collective?
There isn't a difference. The collective just collects the money to pay out NIL, from how I understand.
Okay.
Well, I'm thinking the NIL is really name, image, and likeness, and the collective is more with dealing with corporate. I'm thinking wise like corporate, like business, like that air conditioning unit that one of the big
Polar
guys
Bear
did, and Jeff Sims with the Migos. I'm thinking that's collectives or something like that.
Do you remember Jeff Sims doing a Migos commercial
Yes.
on TV?
Yes.
Really? I didn't see it. It must have didn't run long.
But as long as he could hold on to it.
Here's the reason why I asked you guys that. Because name, image, and likeness you're supposed to get paid off of your name, image, and your likeness.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, how much work are they really doing for the money that they're getting?
None.
Oh, okay. So then it's just a collection.
Yeah. So literally how I understand it is they can come in, sign an autograph, and that's worth whatever somebody wants to pay them for it.
Don't you think if that's the case, that's why football is watered down?
Yeah.
Don't get scared now because I'm driving.
Football is watered down from the transfer portal and all the things that's headed with the 105 and the everything with the walk-ons, coaches leaving, players being able to leave after 1 year. That's more of the problem with college football. I don't have a problem with the kids getting paid, but I have a problem with them transferring so much.
So there's no reason to transfer if you're not going after more NIL money.
There you go. And then look in the case of the quarterback that I don't like to mention last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
In his case, let's just say we didn't go out into the transfer portal and get the worst quarterback statistically in college football at the time. Let's say we didn't. Who you guys think would have been the starting quarterback at that point? Heinrich Haarberg? Or, no, Casey wasn't there. Or, Casey was. No, okay, then we didn't bring him back.
No, he didn't come
Heinrich or Purdy? I would have took those two guys over what we had. Over what we had?
I think it would have been Haarberg.
Of course it would have been Heinrich. And so all I'm simply saying is sometimes when you go out into the transfer portal, as you said, Terrell, and you go get a guy like this guy, and then you bring him in, well, you got to play him. You got to start him. You got to give him an opportunity because you went and gave him money to come play for our university.
And he's doing the Migos commercials.
There you go. How is that going to look if you bring him in, you pay him this money, and then Heinrich Haarberg is the starter?
I think you see the same thing in pros when they sign a quarterback to, he comes over on a big contract and, they stick with him through the thick and thin because we're paying him $50 million a year, right? Like, but he's not performing. I mean,
all the more reason to go out and get offensive linemen to protect Dylan Raiola.
Absolutely.
Or you will not win without it.
I do think we've got the 2024 class of offensive linemen. I think they need another year of development. So we definitely have to address the elephant in the room that we aren't going to be able to protect him as well as we need to next year if we don't bring in guys. So.
All right, let's go ahead and take it to break. Rashawn Jackson joined us via the Allo VIP line. Of course, Terrell Farley in studio with us now as well. And Todd Euler joining us here on Window World Wednesday on his birthday, 50th. He beat both you guys to the punch.
Big 5-0, baby.
I'd rather be young.
All right, we'll be back on the Captain after this.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 24. Tonight we'll see increasing cloud cover, low around 14. And tomorrow we'll see a slight chance of snow showers in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny and breezy. High near 38. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Prashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7, the fastest 2 hours in radio. We are powered
by
Bauer
Infrastructure,
Bauer
Underground,
Brand
Excavating.
All right, shout out to the Bauer boys out there. You remember Dakotas Crawford? Anybody remember that name?
I remember his commercial.
Yeah, he did. Dakotas Crawford is reuniting with Mickey Joseph at Grambling State. So
there you go.
Mickey snuck one in on us. He got our old recruit.
Husker connection.
Yeah, Husker connection. Mickey recruited Dakotas out of somewhere in Mississippi. Mississippi, I think.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
and he followed Mickey here. Then he transferred to North. Was it North?
I think Louisiana Tech.
Yeah, Louisiana Tech. Came back here. I don't know if he played. Did he play when he came back?
I think he got a catch. Yeah.
I think he got a catch. But yeah, he's reunited with Mickey Joseph. That's my Husker word of the day.
I think that's big for Mickey. You know what I mean? Like, Mickey will be able to draw a lot of those kids that are going to get caught up in the wash of 105.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of guys. Those guys in the HBCUs, Division IIs, they really need to just be patient, because I promise you, there's a lot of guys that's going to fall that will not be going to a Power 4 conference. I promise that.
66 is their numbers. They can only have 66.
No, but the numbers don't add up, though.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When you think that you gotta cut. If Nebraska's got 134 right now, you got to cut all the way down to 105.
39.
So that's all the teams.
Oh, 29.
That's all the teams across the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's call it 30, and let's call it just 100 teams. That's 3,000 players that will be fishing for a job.
Or not playing.
So, or
doing
not playing football at all.
Another sport.
Or not playing football at all.
Right.
Trying to be a doctor or a lawyer or something. So I feel for those 29 young men. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, okay, so the two receivers that came from Bellevue West, is either one of those guys latched on anywhere?
I don't think so.
See what I'm saying? See, so if I'm them, I'm trying to go to a Mickey Joseph, because I know that I'm gonna be playing against Jackson State on the biggest stage that you can play in HBCU, and you can still get drafted that way, thanks to Deion Sanders.
Yeah, you're right.
But I don't know if I'm in that position. Now Little Euler's position is different, right? But if I'm a scholarship kid and I'm jockeying for the 4th spot, I don't know if I want to take that chance to get cut at the last minute. I want to go somewhere where they want me, and I can go through a spring practice and really have an opportunity to show what I can do. Normally you're not going to go into fall unless you're that much better than one of the guys that have been there over time. You're not going to go in and take nobody's position, especially if you were a backup of a backup of a backup.
Right.
You're right.
It's going to be a crazy year. It's going to be a crazy couple years, I think, just trying to get this 105 thing wrapped around. I think it'll be very, very interesting. And like, okay, so if you have 105 guys, and this is just a question, you have 105 guys on your roster, and first week of fall camp, 10 of them get injured and are out for the season. So now you're down to 95? Like,
that's a great question.
You know what I mean? Like, do you get to have injured reserve? Like, I mean, do you get to have a practice squad?
That's a great question.
Like, I mean, you know, it's interesting.
Now if they have practice. Now if they get to the point where they have practice roster players, I think I'll be done with college football. I think I will.
I don't know why.
No, it's too much.
They're getting paid to play anyway, so you might as well have like a little 10-man unit.
Mm-hmm.
Why not?
I think the further we go along in this, the more it's going to look like professional football. That's kind of the path they're taking.
Somebody will come in and save it. Somebody needs to come in and save the day.
But what Euler is saying is so true. So are you locked into that 105 where if 10 guys get dropped, now you can't go, it's over with? That's a great question, Bach. You got to do the research on that, buddy.
Yeah, well, I believe, and this is just educated guess here, is just, that it is a 105, split. So you have to get rid of somebody. I mean, if you had a Eric Gilbert situation or something where somebody's got to be kicked from the team, I think you could make a call, get somebody on the team. I don't know how that would work with scholarship-wise, but I think the 105 roster is kind of.
Where are you going to get him from? Where are you going to pluck him? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Pluck him out the gym over there at the rec center?
Pretty much, rec center, yeah.
I mean,
did you ever go to the rec
that's what I'm saying. You know I did. You know we was always over there playing basketball.
I was going to say, usually it was just the athletes that were the athletes.
Yeah, we used to come over and take over the gym. No more, get out of here, guys. But we'll kick Bach out. Get out of here, Bach.
Bach, we wouldn't kick you out. You just get slammed on about 10 times and walk out. Listen, the reason why I know this is just because when you have people like Warfield with a 47-inch vertical who can put his teeth in the goalpost. Kenny Cheatham, who should have been playing at Kansas. You got Michael Booker, who was a phenom. You got all these dunkers. It's tough not to get dunked on.
It was
Lawrence Phillips. I mean, come on.
I got dunked
Tommy
on.
Frazier.
It was. I quit playing basketball after playing with Warfield. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
What happened? He 360 dunked on you?
I think he just went over me completely, and he just giggled at me, and that was the last game I played at the rec center.
I've played against some former athletes. I did have Alfonso Dennard, LeBron block my layup attempt off the backboard. So I've been a part of that before.
Hey, let me tell you something about Alfonso Dennard. Let me tell you something about him. That joker, when his freshman year, I was working at the university and recruiting. And I'm going to tell you right now, I used to love to go to the rec because he could jump out of the gym.
Oh, yeah.
For 5'6", he was phenomenal. He's going to kill me for saying that. But
he's not 5'6".
He was like Bud Webb. I'd be like, do a 360. Telling you, it was good. We need more athletes like that. Keyword, athletes.
Athletes.
Okay, guys, listen. I am looking at nothing but white snow and ice trees. If you ever seen them, they're iced over. They got ice everywhere.
Yeah, Kansas City. I got a client in Kansas City. He got stuck at work for like 3 days or 2 days for sure.
Yeah, they don't know what to do out here.
They got blasted.
I want the snow to come back to Nebraska, please.
We got enough.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you tomorrow, Captain. I guess we're going to take over the show, guys. This is 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. When we come back, we will talk college basketball, Nebraska versus Iowa last night here on The Ticket, 93.7. 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village. Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Having diabetes doesn't have to ruin your new year. Join a Nebraska-supported program like Living Well with Diabetes. You'll learn how to manage your symptoms, feel more confident, and reduce stress about your diagnosis. Search Nebraska Living Well with Diabetes and click on the DHHS Healthy Living Programs page to learn more. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershawn Jackson.
Oh, got a bunch all alone is Vershawn Jackson. And Vershawn will get it to the 24-yard line.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer
Terrell Farley, defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror. Number 43.
And Jake Bakoven. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
All right. Welcome back to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. It is I, the black shirt, Terrell Farley. I'm with
Buck.
And I'm with Euler. All righty, guys. And the first thing we're going to talk about, man, that we missed the first hour is the collapse in Iowa last night. Nebraska was up by 15 points and still lost the game in overtime. Buck, you're the basketball guy. Start it off, Buck.
Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. Obviously, Nebraska coming off the big victory against UCLA Saturday at Pinnacle Bank Arena. UCLA, by the way, their coach is calling them out for being soft after another loss to Michigan. So they've got their own problems going on. But yeah, Nebraska held a halftime lead. Played a tough game. Bryce Williams, big time here with what he finished with 28 points last night. But Iowa had a few guys finish in the 30s, and it was a big kind of second half. You could call it collapse, but I mean, Iowa was hitting. It was as a 3-point enthusiast, it was fun to watch Iowa start to hit those threes, and I shouldn't say fun because it was tough as a Nebraska fan to watch all those go down. But it just kind of took over the building, which it was also interesting. There was 7,800 people in attendance, so it wasn't the most packed crowd. Iowa wasn't coming off their best performance. They lost to Wisconsin by giving up 116 in their last game out. But in any case, Iowa was able to go 17 for 35 from beyond the arc, while Nebraska was 9 of 23. So that's kind of a big difference there. Free throws you look at, Nebraska 12 of 22, Iowa 22 of 25. So usually at home, you're going to get a few more free throws, but they were very efficient with theirs. Nebraska has done well at the free throw line all year long, did not do so well here. Nebraska did win the rebounding battle. Much is going to be made about the officiating. That's certainly something that I know we can get into here. A missed dribble call at the end being the biggest one from the officials that maybe would have given Nebraska a possession, a chance at tying the game before the end. They ended up doing it either way because Iowa failed to get a foul at the last minute. They were trying to foul Nebraska up 3 to send Nebraska to the line, force them to take 2. Kind of play that foul game. The foul wasn't called. Bryce Williams hits the 3 at the buzzer, and so we go into overtime. But Nebraska wasn't able to pull it off there. Iowa continued kind of their hot shooting, went over into the overtime period. So big loss for Nebraska. Iowa, leading point scorer team in the Big Ten. They're all about offense there, which is crazy when you think about their football program. But To go along with that, the leading assist team in the Big Ten, 23 assists from Iowa. And again, that can happen when everything that you're throwing up is, from beyond the arc is going in. So rough loss for Nebraska. They've done a good job of protecting home court. Obviously, a 20-game home winning streak that's been much talked about after that UCLA victory. But it's those ones on the road. They're going to be tough to come by in the Big Ten. And this is going to be one they're going to look back and say, man, we had that one.
Yeah.
You see this? Iowa missed 1 field goal and 2 free throws in overtime.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good stat.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
I think Nebraska really struggled at the line, and I think that's what probably was, contributed to this loss, being 12 for 22, and then, Bryce Williams leading with 28 points. Juwan Gary needs to, get out of that slump he's in, just shot, even though he had a 13 double for double, 13 points, 13 rebounds, he just shot 5 for 21 from the line.
Yeah, I mean, he was
from the field.
And Juwan Gary is a great player. Obviously, we've seen at Nebraska over the years. Just really struggled. I mean, he's really been efficient. Made a lot of his hay down close to putting putbacks or getting close to the bucket and kind of hitting those floaters, those bunnies. But he struggled. Also, when you look at 5 for 21, you're thinking, man, he was a ball hog. It wasn't necessarily the case. He was just getting rebounds. Of those 13 rebounds, 8 were offensive rebounds. But wasn't able to convert a lot of those putbacks.
Yeah, I think the one thing we need to do is learn how to win on the road. I think this is going to be one of the big things. And then with us facing Purdue on Sunday, another top 20 matchup. That's away game. Nebraska needs to steal this victory from Purdue to get their confidence back for on the road games.
Yeah, I mean, and you look at it. I think part of it too is just kind of keeping pace with the rest of the Big Ten. I think Nebraska coming into this year, after last year's third place finish in Big Ten due to some tiebreakers there. But in any case, they're going to want to compete. And this is a conference that doesn't have, a big dog kind of looking down at everybody. There's going to be an opportunity to do that. Now they fall to 2-2 in conference play. Okay. Not the worst losses, again, road losses to Michigan State and Iowa. But yeah, you're going to need to steal some of those and try to stay, well above 500. And for years, I've said for Nebraska in the Big Ten too, is that they just kind of fight at 500. That might be able to get you, into the dance, especially with their non-con record. But again, I think you raise the bar a little bit now. It's not just kind of hover around 500 and then win a game or two at the end. If you want to, they want to consistently, hopefully, be among the top in the Big Ten. So that Purdue game will be big because they are now at 2-2. And again, it's going to be an interesting race in the Big Ten this year.
Yeah, man. They need to pick it up on the away games. Still doing great at home, like you said, 20-0. But you got to win those away games to really solidify your spot in this field of what it is now. 88 now, Bach. How many they got? 66?
I think 68.
68. It was 64. Now it's the 2 play-in games or something like that.
Yeah, they got them playing. They got.
See, I know my basketball.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they think I don't know.
I actually did pretty good on the tournament challenge for a while last year. I think it blew up at
2 years ago. I didn't do it last year, but 2 years ago, I was faring very well. I was probably in the top 100,000 of all brackets until the last way. I'm gonna fill one out this year. I got to get back on my basketball. I know football. When football gets over, I kind of trend. I still don't trend to basketball to really around tournament time.
I don't either.
So yeah, I'm not really a basketball type guy. Even the NBA, I'm not a really NBA fan to the finals.
NBA.
So
I am not an NBA.
I leave that to Bach.
Well, it is in our text line. 805773 says, we'll get a chance for payback. Iowa comes to PBA March 9th. That will be the last game of the regular season. So, yeah, certainly a chance for payback that will be on Big Fox as well. So it'll be in front of the country. Of course, last night on Peacock. Yeah, a lot to be decided between then and now. Hopefully Nebraska at that time is playing for something and gets a big win against Iowa returning there. Again, as far as what's coming up next, you mentioned it, Purdue, 11 a.m. on BTN on, what would that be, Saturday? So, or excuse me, Sunday. So early Sunday game on the road, and they've never won at Purdue within the Big Ten. So that's the only arena that they have not won it, I believe that. But this should be an opportunity here.
Break that curse.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Speaking of Iowa, I did want to mention this too. Iowa football has found their next quarterback. Of course, they've after Cade McNamara, there was a big lot to be made about him coming in. That probably didn't play out quite the way that they wanted to, though they still did have some pretty good seasons. But former South Dakota State quarterback Mark Gronowski is making the move to FBS, commits to Iowa for the final season of college football for him. He led South Dakota State to FCS titles in 2022 and 2023, included a 29-game win streak in those seasons. He finishes South Dakota State career now with 49 wins as the starting quarterback in 2023, which, by the way, is tied for most by any FCS player. In 2023, he won the Walter Payton Award, which honored the top FCS offensive player. So Iowa, they always feel like they're a quarterback away. Maybe they got the guy.
Good running quarterback.
Kid can play.
Yeah, kid can really run it and throw it. So did get it. What school he went to, Bach, again?
South Dakota State.
Yeah, who was that play? That was South Dakota State who won.
No, North Dakota
State. I did catch the
Jamel
end
Williams
of that game.
boy is a national champion.
I did catch the end of that game. So, but Montana put up Montana had that game. They should have won it. Don't know how to finish it, so that's where you lose it at. But Iowa's got them a quarterback, and hopefully, we can still go out there and take that victory when they come here next year for the Black Friday game. So we'll see how that goes.
And that'll be, I kind of looks like the basketball season finishing with Iowa. The football season, of course, will finish with Iowa. That is the one opponent that Nebraska will play every year in the Big Ten. So I'm not just fascinated with Iowa. That's the rival. That's the team that Nebraska will face more often in the next several years, or is definitely going to face every year in the Big Ten until maybe the Big Ten expands and they make some other changes. But as it currently stands, that's where we're at.
Well, we're close enough to them. Even if the Big Ten expands, I don't think we're going to get away from playing those guys. It was. I hated when we quit playing Oklahoma. That still sucks.
It does. It does. Nebraska. There's never going to be a rivalry like Oklahoma.
No.
You need 30 years of playing for the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
To replicate that.
It was always that game.
Yeah.
Forever. Win that game, go to the Orange Bowl. It was so much fun being a part of those games and all the history, and now it's gone. Do we play them here soon?
I don't believe we've got them scheduled again. Maybe we do.
I think we do.
You might be right. I start to forget now.
I think we got Oklahoma
2031 or something
somewhere.
Yeah, I'd have to double check. Well, that would be one.
Might be when I'm 70.
Yeah, 20 years from now. But when you guys, it is always interesting in that conversation because especially around your time, and I know the black shirt there coming from out of state, maybe not meaning as much, but to you, Oklahoma was obviously not at their. It's just kind of a combination of two things when you go into that time. Is that one, Tom hadn't won a title, and you had grown up watching him get so close that it was a big deal. And so, I always kind of think about that with that era. But the other thing about that era too is kind of Oklahoma's down, and so I always wondered what kind of juice is in that game for somebody that grew up watching that game be the game. But then when you kind of arrive in college, it's not quite at that level.
Well, I think, for us, growing up when I did Brian Bosworth, all that stuff, it was, that was when college football started changing, right? And it was, you wanted to beat Oklahoma. It didn't matter if they were down. Like Michigan was down this year. What did they do? They beat Ohio State. So, you always had to be up for that game because you knew you were going to get their best. So I think that was really the thing. And once again, Michigan, Ohio State, that rivalry, Oklahoma, Nebraska. I just don't know if Iowa, Nebraska brings what Oklahoma, Nebraska did. There's just so much, Johnny the Jet Rodgers and the punt return. And there's just so much, Eric Crouch catching the pass. I guess we got Eric Crouch running over the Iowa DB,
right?
Absolutely. That's got to be like a top 10 ever college play.
Well, and I've argued this for years too, and unfortunately it's been tough as a Nebraska fan to watch this Nebraska-Iowa grow into a rivalry because when Nebraska joined the Big Ten, it was like, that can't be a rival. That's not going to work. We'll play them or whatever, but it's going to be even worse than Colorado, which was kind of a step down from Oklahoma in the rivalry meter.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Colorado thought we were rivals, but we never once
Right.
thought we were rivals with
Yeah.
Colorado. Yeah.
But,
Well, I like Colorado. I mean, I actually have. I think playing them was more funner than playing Oklahoma for 2 years. Oklahoma was a down team when we
Right.
started
they
playing
were.
them.
I mean, yeah.
I think in '94 that was the closest they got with Nebraska. I think it was 13-3 or
Yeah.
something like that. I watched that game from a dorm in junior college. But once I got to Nebraska, who they had first was their coach, the black guy. What's
Yeah.
his name?
Who's this, Oklahoma?
Yeah, he wasn't that very
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
But then they came back the next year with Howard Snellenberg and that
we
Jeff
destroyed him.
Blake was his name. I think
Jeff
that was
Blake. Yeah,
Jeff
you're
Blake
right.
was the
Yeah.
coach for first year. Then Howard Snellenberg, an icon at
Miami.
at Miami, but then came back to coach. I don't understand that point where he came back to coach because
did it for the money.
their level of respect for teams that year wasn't great because that was a bad Oklahoma team. They even watched us do our walkthrough, and that probably convinced us to go out there and beat them like 77-21.
It was bad.
And programs have their downfall. So hopefully Nebraska, that we're through our bad days.
It was John Blake, by the way.
John Blake,
who
yeah,
ended up
John
helping recruit Ndamukong Suh here.
Yeah,
So,
well, great. He's an offensive line coach. I know.
Yeah. Just a great recruiter.
Great recruiter.
Yeah.
Great recruiter.
I mean, I think that's what Nebraska needs. Really just we need a solid guy that can really go get these kids and really learn the in-state thing at the same time. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to be a recruiter because I know where to go. I would head. I would basically Georgia, Florida, California, Texas. Just and then you could just pick players out of any different part of the country because these kids can really play, instead of just being in one spot. I don't like how, being I don't know.
Well, and with NIL and stuff, there's less hurdles.
Yeah.
For certain people to make a move to Nebraska. I mean, it can be a big move if you want to play close, but now with NIL, it'll be
I think recruiting is just going to get harder now with the 105. To be real honest, like before it's like, yeah, we get a scholarship for you. Well, you can come try and get one. Especially with your early enrollees, in January, like, okay, well, you come and if you don't early enroll in January, you're probably. I mean, it's going to be tough to have kids come in the fall on scholarship with the 105. I mean, it's going to change. I promise you. It's good. There's no, you're going to have to be a January enrollee to go through winter conditioning and spring practice to even know if you have an opportunity, right? I think we'll always have 135 guys in the spring. I really do. Cause they don't limit that.
Yeah.
Right. Because you want the best, right? You want guys that are going to that are showing up on time, doing the work, getting better, learning the playbook. How do you do that now when they come in the fall, right?
Well, I don't think you can fault a kid from graduating in the fall or even in May, but you get up here in the summer and you help, you learn this playbook and try. See, most of these times, there's not going to be too many freshmen. I think that's gonna
play.
That's gonna play. I mean, I think recruiting wise, that you would probably take 5 to 10 high school kids a year, and the rest of them be transfer portal. We're sitting at 14 right now, and I don't think Matt Rule is done.
Well, that's the thing. You have to get it from. If you didn't have it, you'd have to recruit it and say, well, we're just gonna have to be young and kind of take the lumps. Now, if you don't have it, you fill it in the transfer portal.
And that was Matt Rule's plan. But now, and once I ask y'all this question, we can go to break and we can come back and try to answer this. Do you like the aggressiveness of Matt Rule, how he's attacking the portal right now and trying to, because this might be a whole different team next year. I mean, not, just for some key players, probably Dylan Raiola, Emmett Johnson, probably Gunnar Couture, a couple of linemen, but this offense will be brand new. Also, this defense will be brand new. Especially going with the Georgia Southern linebacker, the Oklahoma linebacker. Then you got a Vincent Shavers coming back. Now you can really be aggressive. I think we could be a lot aggressive with the defense, with the playmakers we got. I mean, I'm still looking for that big defensive nose guard. I'm still looking for that type of player who's going to demand that. So when we come back, y'all, how aggressive have y'all think Matt Rule's been in the transfer portal, and what grade would you give him so far? Here, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of three.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies with a light breeze. Afternoon high around 24. Tonight we'll see increasing cloud cover, low around 14. And tomorrow we'll see a slight chance of snow showers in the afternoon. Otherwise partly sunny and breezy with a high near 38. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucket from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith. Innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Ticket 93.7. The Captain Show, the fastest 2 hours in radio. Bill and Bennett says, I bet Terrell Farley would be a hell of a recruiter. All right, you know I would. Big Ty, Jack Pierce was an awesome recruiter. Yes, he was. 6'3", Why don't you guys talk about something else? Like, how about Husker basketball? You're late to the party, You're late to the party, 63-20, because we started an hour off talking about Husker basketball. So we do not try to leave out any sport. We may not be my expertise at basketball, but I do have a basketball guy in Bach over here, and I think we did pretty good about talking about Husker basketball. So we'll move on. My question for you guys, even on text line, start a Heyman text line, y'all can text in. Do you like the aggressiveness of Matt Rule in the last week? I say in the portal because Nebraska is picking up steam. We're predicted to land a cornerback. I see just right now in the portal. I think I got to look for where he's from. But do you like the aggressiveness of Matt Rule in the transfer portal right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's almost kind of his the departures kind of forced his hand, right? I mean, there's just a lot of key players, key elements, especially on defense that left the team, and so you've got to replace those guys. And again, college football, and one day you'd have 3 or 4 transfers. Maybe 2 guys. School doesn't work out. One guy wants playing time, but now you've got guys transferring to Kentucky and Kansas State and Minnesota and Virginia and Texas A&M and Oklahoma State and LSU and Ole Miss and Florida State. I mean, all these guys are going to these other Power 4 programs. So you better do the same, because if your plan is just to keep on building up the high school ranks, you're going to get lost. And so, they've done a great job. I think they've been able to get a good balance of guys in positions of need that maybe have potential to help, to come in and compete. And then guys that are going to be, going to walk in and basically be the guys you rely on. I think Marquise Watson-Trent fits into that category. Deshaun McCullough certainly feels that way. Neziah Hunter, Dane Key at wide receiver. But again, then you have kind of your high potential upside guys like a Williams Nwaneri. That's a big time get for them. And then again, just kind of where spots of need. A backup quarterback helps in getting Marcos Davia. So I think they've done a good job all the way down to long snapper, which we knew they needed that as well. But Yeah, if he wasn't aggressive, then I'd be mightily worried about what was upcoming for this upcoming season and the program.
Yeah, I think he's been aggressive. I think we've got to shore up the offensive line. And like you said, I'm not so much worried about I know we're, with Ty Robinson and Nash leaving, but I feel confident with a couple of those guys, that Van Poppel and what they were able to display in the 4 games he played. And so I'm a little more worried about the offensive line. Can we protect Dylan? Can we establish a run game now that Emmett's coming back? I think he's going to be the guy. And, so I think we need to shore up. And once again, I think the 24 offensive line is going to be really good that we recruited. And it's just hard to come in and play Big Ten offensive line as a freshman, as a true freshman, even as a redshirt freshman. If you look at all of our great offensive lines, they were sophomores, juniors, redshirt sophomores when they started, or redshirt juniors when they started back in the pipeline days, right? So I think we've got to give that 24 crew. I think we've got a great 25 class recruited as well, but it's those, you have to develop those kids. And I guess that's why they're giving us 105 guys, and so we can still develop an offensive line. My goodness. So I think we have to shore that up, and hopefully we can do that. When is the deadline? When is the portal close?
So the portal's closed as far as
I know you can't enter it, but
yeah.
Can you always pick somebody up?
I believe so, and I believe pretty much along that line, if you choose a school to go to.
I mean, it'd be pretty hard because school starts the 21st, I believe. So once school starts,
so I suppose that's a pretty good deadline.
can't get a kid here to get enrolled.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
and a key thing too, I think, is graduates can hit the portal whenever they want.
Yeah, graduates, they can go anytime they want.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, school starts on the 20th, so you have to be in here by the 21st. And I think that, and that's kind of skeptical because the national championship game is on the 20th. So, and plus those teams, guys are still going to leave. You still got 4 good teams out here, and you can bet your bottom dollar that some guys are going to hit the portal, but they just want to see how this plays out.
You've seen guys trickle. I mean, each team, I don't know if each team, but every, these playoff teams, you've seen guys trickle out of there. But kind of the backups.
Yeah, they're all the guys thinking like, I'm probably not going to play if I stay here, but I have potential to go somewhere else and play.
Yeah.
Right.
So Nebraska is trending for Marquise Groves Killebrew. He's a defensive back. The bad thing is he's been to Texas A&M, Arizona, Louisville, and now he's trending for Nebraska. So, his 2024 stats, he had 22 tackles, 4 assists, 1 sack. He's 6 foot, 185 pound guy. So, they're trying to get
Georgia
that
kid, huh?
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, he's from Atlanta, Georgia. I know, but looks like Nebraska's trying to get a whole new defense look next year out there. So we'll have to see how that looks for us too.
Yeah, and obviously they've landed Andrew Marshall, the Idaho defensive back, the Georgia defensive back, Justin Rhett, who's more kind of upside than proven. So that's interesting. The defensive backfield getting, maybe I wouldn't say more ads. I mean, you need a lot of those guys. Maybe it's not more ads than I would expect, but I feel like they're in a pretty good spot there as far as returning guys.
Yeah, I mean, so it helps you not have to throw a freshman in the mix like a Connor Booth. Or is he's going to play linebacker, or is he's going to play, running back? I mean, you got the other guy who's from Omaha South. I mean, the Omaha. He won the Buckets Award.
Yeah,
so those guys you can give a chance to develop, or play them later on in the season as the 4 games go along. But you don't want to throw them out there
to the
dogs and really make it look like you made a mistake because you want these players developed, because you still have to develop these high school players. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's going to be every once in a while, you have them generational players or freshmen that can come in and start. Not saying that Dylan Raiola is a generation player, but I think he was handed the spot. That was probably one of the main things for him to sign here, is that I have the starting position. So, but you want guys to come in here and really earn it and try to really develop into better players.
Again, the question is, do you like how aggressive Nebraska has been in the portal this offseason? A couple of thoughts from you guys off the Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. Bill and Bennett says, let's just hope Rule doesn't make another massive recruiting mistake like he did with Jeff Sims. Well, at least they're not recruiting your quarterback. I think it might be hard to replicate that.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And in Texas, chimes in, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Rule has hit the right mix of transfers and recruited players. There's a lot of good players out there, but getting 1-year players isn't the way to go. Said I would like a little bit more on both lines, but I wanted to ask you guys about the 1-year rentals in the transfer portal. What do you think about those?
I think we're in the situation that in some positions it's okay, right? I don't want that to become the basis, though, of what we do, right? And I don't think it will be, but in like Terrell said, you've seen a guy, this school, now he's looking at another school. I don't think those guys bring what you want to the table when it comes to in the locker room. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, this guy's been everywhere. So I don't know if that guy brings the culture you want in your locker room, right? I can't imagine what the locker room's like. I guess
ever changing, it seems like.
You know, yeah, it's
my
crazy.
locker now, fool.
Yeah. I pity the fool.
I think sometimes you might need that 1-year player.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not
especially
saying to not do
especially like for example, middle linebacker. I think we needed a middle linebacker just because we don't have really one. I think it's a great idea to go get a 1-year player, and you still have 2 freshmen that
we can develop behind him, knowing that they're going to play when he leaves.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing. Now the bad thing is, like you say, how well do they fit in the culture around here? Are they a disaster? Or are they bad for the culture? We don't need the selfish players who's only coming for 1 year to make $1 million or so, or 500,000 or whatever they're gonna make. But you need to have the best culture you can, and have guys that don't come in and try to mess up what you're doing for this whole coach. I mean, this whole team.
You know, you think about the NFL Combine and all the before an NFL team signs you, you go through a lot. You went through it probably a little bit more than I did, obviously. But think about that with this transfer portal. I mean, are you getting to what's the conversations? What's, how are you knowing that this guy is going to fit your culture as a head coach and what you want to have happen? I mean, I just wonder what those conversations are with these transfer guys. And don't get me wrong, I think every 18 to 22-year-old will say what they need to say to get what they want. Like, I was there, right? So
yeah,
I think it's got to be just a really hard job to really sit, like the Jeff Sims thing. He looked great on paper, potentially, maybe not great, but it was the best option we had, and it was a disaster, right? So how do we avoid those things? I don't think we will avoid them altogether. I mean, there's going to be busts. I mean, think about Ryan Leaf being drafted. I mean, it was a bust, right? So it's going to happen. We just hope that it doesn't happen very often. So it's just an interesting time to think about recruiting and transfer portal, and now cutting to 105. It's just, I wouldn't want to be a head coach right now. It's got to be absolutely, like, your brain's got to be in 10 million different places right now.
Oh yeah.
All right. So go ahead, Bob.
Oh, I just think it's kind of funny too. You bring up Jeff Sims, and we can go to break here. Obviously, went to Arizona State. Just to kind of tell you how things are changing these days. I saw the headline: Arizona State star quarterback Sam Leavitt has signed a new deal with the Sun Devils.
Oh, signed a new deal
for the
He's back
2025
again?
season. Yeah.
Ain't he like 23 or 24?
No,
He's a
Sam
redshirt
Leavitt's really young.
freshman.
Yeah.
He's a redshirt freshman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He went before that.
Sam Leavitt, he was at Michigan State.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was just it's different to see a college player say, well, he signed a new deal. He's back.
He's re-up.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, he boasts a $3 million on-3 NIL valuation. So might have been signing a new deal there.
All righty, right there. We see that. Show me the money is the new theme in college football. When we come back, Nebraska just picked up a big commitment from an offensive tackle. We'll talk about that when we come back here at 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
It happens. All of a sudden, you need a plumber. Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Problem solved with Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Having diabetes doesn't have to ruin your new year. Join a Nebraska-supported program like Living Well with Diabetes. You'll learn how to manage your symptoms, feel more confident, and reduce stress about your diagnosis. Search Nebraska Living Well with Diabetes and click on the DHHS Healthy Living Programs page to learn more. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back with Vershawn Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, the fast 2 hours in radio. Gil Nerd says, I'm done caring who is leaving and who is coming. Just let me know who to pay attention to in mid-August. You're right.
Yeah,
all right.
Love it.
Trent, Alabama offensive tackle transferred to Nebraska. I was going to get to that. Somebody said, don't give a damn how they get the players. They need to start winning games, or when regulation comes around in a few years, you're going to find yourself in D2. Fred Horenberg says the portal is still open to those in the bowl game. Is it? Yes. They have to, after 5 days after their bowl game done, they can go. Like we said earlier, Nebraska picked up a big commitment from Elijah Pritchett, former five-star who's 6'6", 327 pounds.
That's a big boy.
College from the University of Alabama, hometown of me. He's from Columbus, Georgia. He's from my hometown. We have hella athletes down there, and we grow them big now.
Evidently.
So eventually, it's in the Chattahoochee River down there.
Big
but
boy.
he's the 99 grade rating. He started 12 games for Alabama. Him and Proctor was going back and forth. You remember the Proctor kid, Bach, that was from Iowa?
Yeah, couple times thought about going to Iowa.
Yeah, those two went back and forth. So he started 12 games this year. So we'll see how that pans out right there for the University of Nebraska. What you got, Bach?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the news of the day. That's the big news. Elijah Pritchett is huge. I mean, that's what we all kind of talked about. Nebraska needed a target in the portal. They've got a guy again. Alabama fans take it for what is from them, because they lost 3 games this year and they think the world is blowing up with the way that it used to be at Nebraska. But he did struggle a little bit on the offensive line as far as they see it, and so I mean, you got to call it out. It's according to the stats too. But I mean, still 2 years of eligibility, still time to get better. Sometimes we try to throw a guy out before he can develop and get to the point where he's going to be at his best, and hopefully we see that at Nebraska. Now the question is he the lone addition that they have at offensive tackle? Because that'll kind of change what they have in plans for guys on the roster. For right tackle, left tackle, those type of positions. Can you move guys around? To guard, to center, all that sort of thing. So that's kind of the question from here. But it's just such a big get for Nebraska. And I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of have, what was it, Walter Rouse, who committed to Nebraska for a day or two before going to Oklahoma a few years ago out of the portal. I still have that feeling, because it's been tough for Nebraska to get tackles here, and I mean this with all due respect, though. And when I say that Turner Corcoran and Benhart have been the tackles for Nebraska for what seems like decades, but it's been like 4 years, and you can say again about whatever you want about their style of play. There's been several coaching staffs that have come in and out and said and felt the same way. Those guys are the best tackles we have. So here's a chance for we'll see what happens with Corcoran, Benhart out the door. Here's a chance to see what. This is the era after that, and a lot of people felt they needed some help. This is a big get.
Yeah, big get. Hopefully, we can get the other guy from UTEP, and now I feel a lot safer with Dylan Riola. This is all goes on Dylan Riola. He has to have a great winter workout. He has to get himself to tip-top shape to be a great college football player. Not saying he's in shape, but, he has to develop a body for and get himself ready to be physical enough for this Big Ten football.
Absolutely. He's got it. You got to progress.
Maybe he need to start working out with Trent. That'll be great for him,
Yeah, that would
Trent have him looking like the Hulk.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking just to, like, I think he walks that thin line with his body type of how you got to train him. Being a kind of a strength guy myself, like if he trains he'll get too big, right? Because he has some pretty big genes in his family, right? So I think that's the hardest part with some of these kids that are playing positions that, he's a great quarterback, but if you push him too hard in the gym, he's going to get too big to play quarterback. So you're really walking that fine line in sports performance training, in the nutrition, and there's no doubt in my mind they'll have him ready to go. We got one of the, I've talked to the nutrition lady several times, obviously talked to our strength guys several times. I really like the way we're going with all of this. It's just, can we have a great off season, develop, get bigger, get faster, get stronger with the right guys, get faster with the right guys. We don't necessarily have to get bigger with some of these guys. Make a push.
What's the difference between Scott Frost weight guy and Matt Rule weight guy?
I think
because obviously Scott Frost hired the same guy he had at
Matt
Nebraska,
Duvall,
which I didn't like because his.
So Matt is a little
Zach
more
Duvall?
Zach Duvall,
Yeah.
not Matt.
Yeah.
Sorry. Zach Duvall is a little more old school.
Yeah.
Little more in your face, try to kill you, kind of like Boyd and like we went through.
No, I didn't go through it. Y'all did. I did it just enough.
You ditched out.
No, I would love
show up and kind of sound like
I had
Lawrence.
I had to do the winter workout. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way around that. That what they call that the station drills. You couldn't run for them stations. I cried probably the first week, but after that was it.
And now I think, with how come I can't think of his name now? Our current strength guy. Lot more. How can we get them to a certain level of strength, and then can we use that strength to get more athletic? And I've been lifting weights since I was 13, and I went through Husker Power. I've gone through some of this other sports performance stuff and actually certified in it. And there's only if as a offensive lineman, if you can squat 600 pounds, you're strong enough. Now, how do we make it athletic so that it actually plays out on the field, right? Same thing. Back in the day, we had guys squat, like Brandon Stye bench press 525 for 2 reps. I spotted him. It was crazy. It's like, okay, you're strong, but is it athletic? And obviously he made it athletic. But so there's a little different school of thought between the two systems, Scott's and Rules. And I really like the way that Rules is going, because it's more towards being athletic and being explosive and less injuries, where Duvall's was more old school. We're going to crush you, that kind of thing. And we're just going to see how much pain you can take. It's kind of similar to what I went through at Husker Power. So awesome. Well, we're coming to the end of the show. All right. That is the fastest 2 hours in radio. My goodness. Thanks for having me on Window World Wednesday. We got our new showroom up. Come out and check it out. We got some pretty cool stuff out there. so you can see the type of windows that we deal with and put in. Our doors, we do sliding glass doors, we do entry doors, we do siding, we do roofing, we do it all. I know it's cold out there, so if you got those drafty windows, give us a shout, and let's set up a time to get those bad boys replaced. So
all right. Thank you for listening to the Captain Show. Rapping with Steve Taylor, the All-American, is next up here at 93.7 The Ticket. We will see y'all tomorrow.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using